Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 5th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you. New deck. So there's this blank card in there. Doesn't mean anything. But anyway, let's keep going here. Yeah. So things moving forward, working on multiple projects and money. Definitely like to see that. You show up, as always. Gemini, you always get this card all the time. This represents you, definitely. Joker represents, as I say, the superpowers of Gemini, the ability to do multiple things at once, the ability to truly multitask. You know, people like to say that they can multitask, but they really can't. You know, science has studied this and said that people who say they can multitask really just do a bunch of things poorly. So, but this is the opposite. This is the ability to do a bunch, the ability to handle a lot, and the ability to focus. But I would say that's the thing. It's the ability to do a lot of things, but you're still focusing on kind of like one thing at a time. You're not necessarily doing a bunch of things all at once, all at the same time. You're really kind of, I think, focused. Your reading is actually, I would say, more about focus this week. I would say that you are it is saying that you are very focused on things that you want to work towards. But I think you'll be also very busy doing a lot of things, but also in your element. Really kind of a great week for, I'd say, anything mental. Great week for, marketing, anything creative as well. You have two clubs cards. Great week for marketing, writing, anything creative, like I said, any creative works. Even a great week for communications and a great week for social media. If you work in any of those areas, I'd say it's a very strong week for you. Next, you have the Seven of Hearts. Doubts about love. A bunch of people have had this week. I don't know why. I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing I can think of is Mars and Cancer. Mars is about to enter into Cancer, and or it will be in Cancer this month, and that can definitely, I think, lead to some issues with love, and mostly about the past, thinking about the past and things like that, love-wise, and having, like I said, having challenges in that area. You know what I'm actually going to do is I don't have my chart up here, so let me just pull up the chart real quick to see what's going on there. But doubts about love. But I also think that this card is also saying that you're actually making progress. It's weird. I'm not getting the typical meanings for you this week. Let's see here. There we go. I think it's really all about progress for you this week. Even next, you have the Ten of Clubs. One of my favorite cards in the deck for sure. Represents abundance and money and all those other great things coming in for you at this time. And it's a very good card for writing. Great card for bosses as well. It could be a great week if you're dealing with any, higher ups or bosses or anything like that. And it's also a card of working really hard towards something specific. So I think that a lot of you are working towards something here very specifically, which is nice. And but it's also a card of learning. I think that Gemini and Pisces, definitely, the two dual signs, I think, have been doing a lot of learning this year and have been really trying to learn about a lot of things. I think that this is also, sometimes I feel like, and I'm getting the feeling now that this is a great card for getting some sort of mentor, getting somebody to kind of like lead you in some sort of pursuit. And it can also just say, sometimes I also think that this is just a great card that says it's a great week for like experts. If you have some sort of problem you need to overcome, or maybe not even a problem, maybe just something that you want to do, I think it would be a great week for you to like consult somebody maybe who's an expert on something. That could definitely really help you out this week as well. Next, you have the Five of Clubs. As I say, this is a card that I call Indiana Jones, the card of taking an adventure, going, and this could be any type of adventure. It could be literally an adventure, literally traveling somewhere, going somewhere you've never been, or it could be an adventure like you're doing something you've never done before. There is always an element of risk with this card, and I would say for Gemini, it's all about, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again, it's all about traditional beliefs, what you believe, like traditionally. Some of you might have very traditional beliefs, maybe that were kind of, ingrained in you as a child, maybe from your parents or something, and also wanting to do something unique as well, wanting to do something more that you want to do, but maybe isn't like traditionally, acceptable, isn't, accepted, maybe by the mainstream or whatever. So a lot of you could be trying to do like more unique things in your life, maybe more eccentric things. And I think a lot of you are also having the battle in your head of like, what will everybody else think? Again, Pisces is kind of going through the same thing, I believe, at this time. And it's this, like, what will everybody else think? But also, what do I want to do? And really, I think it's a great year to do what you want to do, not what everybody else wants you to do. I think that any of the restrictions that you will be coming up against at this time are because you're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what everybody else expects you to do, which is never the right answer. So definitely something to think about. And again, Ten of Spades, the message I got off this card was what I just said, that any challenges you come up against this week will probably be because you're not doing what you truly should be doing at this time. And, you're kind of like maybe going along with the crowd or going along with what other people expect of you or want you to do. But I think it's a great week for you, again, to kind of like step out and do something unique. Again, another 5. So definitely a time for you to do something unique. Something you want to do. This is a card of just getting started. It says just get started. Just do it. Just do whatever it is that you want to do, and you will be successful. This is a very successful card right here. You have 2 extremely successful cards, 10 of clubs and the 5 of diamonds. So 2 cards that say you will win if you do something that you want to do, but you actually have to do it. And you have to take the risk. Like I say, 5s to me represent risk. They represent needing to take some sort of risk to do something. And you have 2 of them this week. So definitely a time for you, I think, to kind of step outside your comfort zone here and do something. There could be a lot of planning involved here as well. With the clubs card, sometimes it's like that can just represent us thinking about whatever it is that we want to do, which I think is fine. I mean, you might need to just take some time to kind of process what it is that you're doing here. And, you might just need to take some time to kind of like make yourself comfortable with it, which I think is actually is fine for you this week. But I also think at some point you just need to get started on whatever it is that you want to do. So definitely do that. But looks like a very interesting week. So thank you for watching and enjoy it.